Hi guys, welcome back to a new episode of the PS2 Collector. I am your host Gamer1994, and as I always state in all my videos, we're gonna hunt down every single PS2 game ever released. So at the moment, we currently have 90 out of 4,376 games. And on today's episode, we're gonna reach our first milestone of 100 games down. Stay tuned. Right, the first game is going to be shovelware, and that is Buzz the Music Quiz. Now when it comes to the Buzz games, they were quite popular in the mid 2000s up until the PS2 generation. For me, I never enjoyed these kind of games because they're all about quiz and trivia, one dimensional. You get bored after like a couple of hours. It only cost me £1. The only positive about this is a red label, and you can't go wrong with £1. And that, my friends, is game number 91. Game number 92 is another sports game, and on the PS2 there were loads and loads of sport games. And this one is UEFA Euro 2004. So basically, to make things simple, this is FIFA 04 but under the tournament of UEFA 2004. It plays the same but just with international teams. And yeah, that's game number 92. Only £1, can't go wrong. And in this tournament, England should have won it. It was the best generation for them. They had the players, but unfortunately they just fell short to Portugal. And the winners ultimately of this tournament was Greece. And that's trivia for you. Game number 93 is, now I'm speechless. I'm just going to show you it. Hello Kitty. Goodbye Kitty. Game number 93. Game number 94 for me is one of the worst racing games I've ever played. I'm not kidding. When I got this game, I'm thinking, whoa, they actually released this garbage to the consumer. And don't get me wrong, the front cover, when they said don't judge a book by its cover, this is an example of that. And that is GT Racer. If you look at the cover, it looks quite decent. And games at the time used GT, so they make it similar to Gran Turismo. Nah. This game is absolute crap. When I got this game, the graphics were absolutely garbage for the time. It was made by an indie developer, which I understand the budget was quite low, but come on, you're releasing this to the consumer. The game wasn't even done. I kept clipping through the graphics. The AI, my word, they were doing everything to make sure I don't win the race. And why would you do that? It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, if I have to recommend this game, the only way you can get this game if you're crazy as me, going for all collection. But if you're gonna buy it just to see what it is about, trust me, you will be disappointed. It's not even worth £1. Just chuck this in the bin. £1, waste of money. All I can say. The next game is one of my favorite movies in the mid 2000s, and that is, and actually a game as well, and that is Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. For me, I love these movies. Johnny Depp, for me, made these movies. But when it comes to the game, again, with movie time games, it's a hit or miss. It might be good or it might be down. But for me, I'm in that department where I've not played it, but I'm thinking, should I play it or not? Leave it in the comments below. Do you think this game's worth playing? Do you have any memories about this game? Am I being too, judgmental when it comes to movie time games? Again, leave it in the comments below. Only cost £1, worth the risk. And yeah, game number 95. Game number 96 is Raymond M. When it comes to the Raymond games, for me personally, I've always found these games difficult. But when it comes to Raymond M, they try to do something different. So it's basically a Mario Party clone, but not a good one. When it comes to games that try to copy another game, you have to have something that makes you different and makes you stick out. This is just like it's like plagiarism. It's just copying what Mario Party is doing. And yeah, is it better than Mario Party? Nowhere near. But as a Raymond game, if you're a Raymond fan, give this game a go. I gave it a go, had a bit of fun, but again, you need loads of party members. But again, with the PS2, you need a multi-tap as well. Don't get me wrong, a multi-tap does cost quite a pretty penny nowadays. I've seen one on eBay for like 20-30 quid. And yeah, if you have that many members who even remember the PS2, give this game a go. Game number 96, only £1, no, not a pound, £3.50. And yeah, it's a bit steep, but again, Raymond fans, give this game a go. Game number 97 is, I think it's a hidden gem. And with PS2, there are loads of games that remained on the system, or franchises that remain on the system, and one of them are True Crime Streets of LA. So basically, this game is GTA, but you're on the other side of the law. You be a detective solving a case from, I think it was 20 years ago, if I remember. But yeah, this game was pretty fun. I did enjoy it, but it's like GTA but light. And the issue I've had with this game was that bloody camera. I kept clipping through certain stuff. The game was glitchy a bit, and you kept going out of bounds, which I found a bit annoying. But yeah, if you do enjoy the series, I would recommend its successor, which was True Crime New York, I think, if I remember. But yeah, only £2. And if you're into GTA, give this game a go. It's a hidden gem. Phenomenal story. The camera is a bit wonky, but yeah, if you can look past that, there's fun to be had. Game number 97. Game number 98. I've not played this. I don't know why. I've always said to myself, I'm gonna play this one day, but I never got the time to do so. And that is Final Fantasy 12. Now, this was, no pun intended, the final Final Fantasy game released on the PS2. This was also released on the Nintendo Switch, I think, the PS4 and the Xbox. I was contemplating of getting this game on the PS4, but there were so many Final Fantasies and great RPGs released at the time, I never had the time to do so. But yeah, I've heard a lot of great things about this game. People say it's a hidden gem and it's proper underrated. And if you do agree with those evaluations, please leave in the comments below. Am I being too harsh of not giving this game a go? Again, leave it in the comments below. Only £3 as well for a late PS2 title. You can't go wrong. Game number 98. Game 99 is Endgame, and it's not the Endgame you're thinking of. I bet you're thinking of Thanos causing mayhem to half the population of Earth, but no, it's a light gun shooter, and it's a hidden gem, I think, and that is Endgame on the PS2. It was released in 2002, and at the time it was the golden time for light gun shooters. Light gun shooters in the arcades were a huge success, and there were so many out there. One of them was this game. And again, when it comes to light gun shooters, we're gonna look at the pinnacle, which is the House of the Dead and Time Crisis, which I'm gonna describe later on. This game plays pretty well for a light gun shooter. When I first put this in, the graphics quite decent for its time. It has aged well, and with light gun shooters, you need the gun. You're not gonna get a better experience with a light gun controller. And again, with these games, they never went past the PS2. After the PS2 era, moving on to the PS3, It never went past that generation, and again, it's a product of its time. If you do enjoy light gun shooters, give any game a go. It's a brilliant game, especially for a light gun shooter, and that, my friends, is game number 99. The final game of this video, game number 100, is another light gun shooter. And when it comes to light gun shooters, the best franchise, the pinnacle of the genre is, in my opinion, Time Crisis. Now, Time Crisis 3, when I first played it, had a huge blast. At the time when I was playing these games in the arcades with the light gun, the experience is another level. With the controller, it's decent fun to be had, but with that light gun controller, the experience is completely different. And it's sad to see light gun shooters phase out after the next generation. So PS2, I think they had a couple of Time Crisis games, but it wasn't as fun as the early arcade days. And yeah, and when I look at today's VR, I'm surprised light gun shooters have not taken an opportunity to put light gun shooters on the VR. I'm surprised they're not taking the opportunity. And Namco, if you are watching this, put Time Crisis on the VR. You print money, trust me. And yeah, guys, I paid £4 for this. £4 for a light gun shooter and one of the best light shooter games of all time. You can't go wrong. And that, my friend, is game number 100. We reached 100 games. Huge milestone, and we've got 4,276 to go. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more content like this, please subscribe. And if you want any notification when my channel shows the next episode, click on the bell icon below. Anyways, guys, until next time, and don't forget to subscribe. See you later, guys.